Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to a new episode of Cooke TV brought to you by www.craftsuprint.com. Today we're going to look at a gorgeous kit from David Cooke, Gruff Bears Crafts. The cup number is cup 1029413_76873. The kit is called Posy Poem Daffodil. You get 5 sheets in the kit and it's for an 8 by 8 inch square card. There's lots of decoupage and lots of sentiment and it's just a great kit. Beautiful images of daffodils and the sentiments cover a wide range of different occasions. So let's have a look at the kit and what you get in the kit and then we can make the card. So we get 5 sheets. And the first sheet is the main image for the card front and some decoupage pieces. Now, if you're a beginner, the way David has designed this with the shadows, it means you don't have to cut up to the little fiddly edges. You can just cut round and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be the best snipper in the world. So it is great. So that's your main card front. We've got the decoupage for the daffodils. Now again, if you're a beginner, you don't have to use them all. You could just use one of the daffodils. I'm going to use 2 of them. You could use all 3 for impact. It's completely up to you. Then we've got the decoupage for the label and some extra decoupage for the top of the label. We've got all the sentiments, and I just want to point out a couple of the sentiments because they're great, they really are. Growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. How fabulous is that? Don't count your years, make your years count. My personal favourite, inside every older person is a younger person wondering what happened. Exactly, I think that every morning. Then we've got our inserts as well that will complement and bring the whole card together. So we're going to put the card together and I'm using an 8 by 8 inch square base card. We're going to start with the insert and I've cut out the insert itself. I've put flat double-sided tape on the back. So all I have to do is peel the back of the tape away and there we go, and then we can insert this into our card like so. Now I'm hoping I'm going to get it straight. Looks straight enough, and that is our insert, but I'm just going to add one of the sentiments to the insert. And this says, may all your birthday wishes and dreams come true. I've got flat tape on the back and I can peel the tape away. And I'm going to add the sentiment roughly about here. So we still see those beautiful daffodils and then there's room here to write a nice message. So I can press that down and that is our insert that will match perfectly to the front of the card. So for the front of the card, the first layer is the main daffodil layer. So it says don't count your years, make your years count on the actual front of the card, and we're actually going to use a different sentiment because I just want to show you how you don't have to use that. You can use any of the ones that are in the actual collection. So I've got flat tape on the first layer and I can pull away the carrier sheet that the double-sided tape comes on. And I'm going to position this through the centre of the card. Now I'm just going to turn the card so I can see because at home I'd be looking over it. So I'm not looking over it here, I'm looking through the camera normally. So if this goes on relatively straight, I'll be happy. So that's our base image for the card. So the first thing that I'm going to add is one of the daffodils. So I've cut the daffodils out, again, because of the way that David's designed this and he's left some of the shadows, I can just cut around the edge without having to be really, really specific with the cutting. I've got 3D foam on the back, and all I'm going to do is position the image over the image on the front of the card. There we go. Next, I'm going to add the label with the sentiment on. Now, I've cut it out. I've got 3D foam on the back. Now, there's no sentiment on this, so you can either go with adding the sentiment on the front of the card without adding this layer, or you can do as we're going to do. We're going to add the layer with the label, the blank sentiment, and then we're going to add our own sentiment on the top. So the choice is yours. So I've got 3D foam on the back, and I'm just going to marry up the design across the front of the card, like so. Now, David included some extra decoupage for the leaves, etc. I haven't cut those out. It's only time permitting, that's the only thing, because I wanted to show you more about being able to use your own label sentiment from choice from the collection. So there we have our label and sentiment, blank sentiment. Next, the daffodils that are at the side of it, I've cut out. I've got on 3D foam at one side, and I've got double-sided tape at the other, because they're going to sit half on and half off the actual label, like so. So we're marrying up the design like that, and we can press it down, and I'm going to do the same at the other side. Again, 3D foam and a little bit of tape to hold them in place, and then we can marry up the design. There we go. Then I've got the next layer of the daffodils, again on the 3D foam, that I'm going to just add over the top of the previous layer and press it down. And then to finish the card, I'm going to add the sentiment that I've chosen from the kit, and it says, "Birthdays are nature's way of telling us to eat more cake." I think that's very apt, and I think it's brilliant for a birthday. So I've got that on 3D foam, and I am simply going to put that over the top of the blank sentiment that covers the edges of the daffodils that we've put on either side, and it just finishes the card off perfectly. So you can see how we've got the decoupage all around the sentiment and those gorgeous daffodils. Such a beautiful card. The inside matches perfectly to the outside, and it really is a beauty. So you can check out any of David's designs by going to Craftsuprint and looking for Gruff Bears Crafts. The cup number, as a reminder, is cup 1029413_76873. And I would really like to say thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.